Hello everybody, how are you all doing today? Today, other than just trying out some new jelly here, violet flavored jelly I got from a local vendor, we're going to tie in an experiment with this. So in this household, there's been some debate. Do the numbers on the toaster specify time or level of toastiness? You've probably never thought about that before. For some reason we did. We've never actually done an experiment to figure out which it is. So we are going to throw in some bread that we're going to toast, that we're going to put our jelly on. And we're going to have a timer going. We're going to time the process. This will give us a working basis for our hypothesis. Now, if we really wanted to do this correctly, we would have multiple different types of toasters, and we would try it at different number settings on here, and we do that multiple times and verify our findings. But we're just trying to get a working groundwork for this hypothesis. So before we go any farther, I want you to think in your head if you think this is toastiness or time. Now, for that, I didn't know if there's sensors in here or anything that might affect how long the toast is in there. So for this, we're going to use some crappy store-bought bread just because it's cut in identical thicknesses. And we're going to floor it up to 7. But what we're actually going to do when we use the violet flavored jelly is we're going to use some local made bread. So I'll re-toast this in there and put that on there. This is from one of my favorite vendor friends. Some good stuff. I've already been eating into it. But for all practical purposes, let's get this going. So we'll see how this turns out. Maybe we'll do a full-blown design of experiments. If you've never heard of design of experiments, you should. It was a process put together by a guy named Roger Fisher last century, actually. Man, time is flying, isn't it? I can say last century, like it was yesterday. Anyway, design of experiments, you would try this on all different extremes, see which variable seems to affect things the most. Temperature in the house, humidity, the actual setting on there, the type of toast, thickness of the toast, maybe the weight of toast. Maybe that has an effect on we have no idea. Do we really care that much? You know, I guess I kind of do. So anyway, we're gonna put this to rest here once and for all and see if we got a working hypothesis to go farther on. So I've got a timer here. So once I put the toast in, you're probably gonna get the light reflection on this. All right, well, let's get ready to go here. Ready, set, go. In the meantime, I hope everybody's doing well. Let's talk briefly about the violet jelly. This is from local vendor, as I said. She made this from violets picked from her own yard, her own little orchard. Now I've heard that flour-based jams and jellies can be a little bit harsh. Give you a heads up, I've already tried this before and it's not. This stuff is nice and mellow. Pretty cool flavor, you know, different than the blueberry, raspberry jams and jellies you get. And again, we've got hardly any ingredients in this. We've got, hold on, I need better glasses. Violets, water, fruit pectin, sugar, and lemon juice. That's it. You really don't need much more than that. So if this is minutes down here, this will have to come out at 7 minutes, because I said that's 7 down there if you couldn't read it. Like I said, I like it floored, I like it turned up to 11, but I don't have 11 on here. Only got 7. Maybe we'll push the fast forward button on this video. Well, we had it set at level 7, and that was at 3 minutes. So this one is not set by time. This one is set at level of toastiness. I'm assuming this machine was calibrated properly at the factory and that it hasn't been abused here and its calibration affected, but yeah, those are nice and toasted. Like I said, we're not going to use these. Let's cut up some of the good stuff. Oh yeah. All right, be back in 3 minutes. Oh. There we go. Oh. Yeah. That's the way toast should be toasted. Not just warmed up like warm bread. Should be toasted. All right, get a little more casual here. So we've got some jelly from Violet's. Got the appropriate colored ketchup on. Well, I've shown in past videos, I prefer to use a spoon. Much easier to maneuver around the bread. It's hard to describe what the violet flavor is. It's just kind of violety. That and this homemade bread, wonderful combination. So we learned today, that at least on this toaster, the number on there is level of toastiness, not time. So you could probably try this on your toaster at home. Let me know if you get the same results, and we'll go from there and maybe take it to another level and see if that's true across all brands. We learned something. Now, if you got kids going to school and they got to do a science project, here's a great starting idea for you. Something different that I bet no other kids in the class have ever tried. All right, thank you, everybody.